See, growing up, I was always a violent person. Now, I'm not gonna go in too much of detail because it's a long story, and on top of that, it's also extremely personal as well. But all you gotta know is like growing up, like I would naturally always struggle with anger. Like just naturally. I would get pissed off so easily. I would always I was not to say that I wasn't peaceful. I was most definitely peaceful. I would always want to have fun. I would always chill. But like most of the time there was always that natural just full on aggression and anger that was within me. Now, this is actually very good. See, most people they tell you anger is a bad thing. That's not even true. It could actually be one of the most best beneficial things in your life once you use it correctly. See, that's the problem. This is where most people mess up. They feel angry and then they just act out on their anger. And this was me. I'm even talking to myself right now because this is basically a video like a freaking like it holds me accountable as well, right? Now, I always would have this anger. I would always be like naturally aggressive. Like the slightest things would just piss me off. Even right now, like as I am right now, as I've grown up and whatnot, I still, to a degree, I still feel like pretty fucking annoyed by like the simplest shit. But not as much as like compared to back then. Like back then, it was like a 8 out of 10 on a scale, right? Now it's more like a freaking 5 out of 10. Which is, it doesn't sound like too much, but it dropped. So that's really good. That's still good, right? So I want y'all to understand, right? Understand this. Your anger is good only if it's controlled. See, most people, they act like they're this most peaceful fucking person. See, there's a lot of like these kind of like spiritual people and shit like that. They always talk about, oh, you need to be peaceful, you need to be calm, and all of that bullshit. I guarantee, let someone come into their house at the middle of the night, right? And try to freaking hurt their family or something. They are gonna be fucking angry. They're gonna be pissed. All of that peaceful shit just goes right out of the window. See, and even to a degree, that's literally what anger is supposed to be used for. You're supposed to use anger for the right things. You're supposed to use anger to like to protect. You know what I mean? That's just your natural drive. You gotta protect someone. If something bad happened to someone, or like let's just say you're walking down the street, right? And then you literally see someone getting bullied or something like that, right? You should feel anger. You should feel, like angered by it. You should do something. You should, try to help them. See, that's using anger in a healthy way. But using anger in a bad way was how I used to use it. Like the most simple shit would get me angry. And it actually like got to the point where it was literally taking a toll on like my freaking relationship with people. Not like an actual fucking love relationship, but I mean like like friendship and like just socializing. It would literally take a toll because I would like the most simplest shit would just get me annoyed, and I'd be like, alright, I'ma head out. I'ma leave from right now. Like let's just say I'm hanging out with people and shit like that, and I would just be like so fucking serious and so like stoned and angry for like no reason, you know what I mean? And it's like I would just like the most simplest shit, if they actually do something that gets me angry, I'ma just leave or like kind of stay away from them and shit like that. And right now, as I see it, to be honest, I don't ever regret anything. Like, well, of course, I do have regrets in the past and whatnot, but I understand that everything happens for a reason, and there's not even any point in me having regrets because at the end of the day, I can't go back and change what happened. I can't go back and change anything. If I could have, then it's like, okay, I could feel regret because I know I could actually go back in time and do something about it. But right now, it's like, I don't really give a fuck. So I'm happy that I went through those certain experiences in order for me to gain the knowledge in which I actually have acquired right now. So I'm thankful for everything, and I'm actually thankful for anger. But I just wanted to make a quick video talking about anger. You must control your anger. You must. I'm not gonna incorporate like freaking genders and shit in this video, but especially if you're a man, you should have like the most control over your anger. See, females, they don't really get angry like that. That's why I'm gonna say this is mainly a male thing. Females don't really get angry like that. You know what I mean? They don't really like just be pissed off and fucking stoned. You know, I'm stone faced all the time. But it's mainly like men that we experience shit like this. Especially if you had like a rough childhood and you grew up, you know, experiencing certain violence and certain shit. It also comes from a lot of trauma. You know what I mean? And I gotta make a video on trauma, because a lot of us, we actually have a lot of stored trauma within us, and we don't even know. We're not even aware that we have a lot of trauma. Most of the things that we do on a day-to-day basis, most of the habits we do, the type of shit that we involve into our life, it's mainly from trauma. A lot of it, like a lot of your bad habits right now, could be coming from trauma. If you smoke a lot of weed, you smoke a lot, that could actually be because of trauma. There's something that's wrong with you, like emotional wise, right? There's something that probably used to happen to you growing up, and now it just reached to a point where the only way that you think that you can handle it is just by like smoking weed and just doing a lot of other vices, you know what I mean? To like just, you know, it's like a comfort zone, right? Every time you smoke, you get like comforted. It just takes you out of your head and takes you out of those dark thoughts. Now the problem is, those dark thoughts are gonna come back, because you're not gonna feel high forever. You're not gonna feel drunk forever if it's alcohol that you're addicted to, right? You're not gonna feel that forever. Eventually it's gonna come down, and then those dark thoughts are gonna hit you harder than ever. So the way that you actually get over trauma is by actually fucking facing trauma, right? And actually like dealing with those dark thoughts, actually handling the thoughts themselves. But I'm gonna make a whole separate video. I don't want to get off track in this video, but basically the goal of this video is like just to teach you. It's just a reminder. You gotta be in control of your anger. Like, trust me, it's gonna save you a lot of shit. Picture this, right? Imagine you're walking down the road and you accidentally bump into someone, or let's just say someone accidentally bumped into you, right? They shoulder tapped you, but it was absolutely a complete accident. Now imagine you look at them, and let's just say they apologize. They're like, whoa, it was a mistake, I didn't mean to do this. And let's just say you let anger win and you immediately just snap and you fucking punch them. Or let's just say you have a weapon on you, you got a knife or you got a gun, and you just shoot them or stab them. Now you're in fucking jail for years of your life. Now you gotta deal with the dark, depressing thoughts that you just killed someone. And yeah, now you're in jail for the rest of your life, and everything is literally just going downhill for you. All because of one simple decision. I don't think you understand. Life is like chess. The most simple fucking piece that you move has a lot to do with what the end goal is gonna be like. The most simple mistakes and the most simple choices that you make in life, right? It has a lot to do with what the end goal of your life is going to be like. Just by something that simple, someone accidentally bumps into you, you get angry and you just snap on them, you just punch them. Instead of actually just being like, okay, it was a mistake, alright, cool, and just fucking move on. You get angry, fucking stab them or shoot them, boom, now you're in jail for the rest of your life. If you got family or kids, you're never gonna see them again, you're in jail for the rest of your life, or like for at least 30-40 years, and now you gotta suffer the consequences of killing someone, and now you can't sleep at night. And it's just so much shit. Now your family might be at risk, because the person that you killed, their family might want to get back at your family so that you feel how it feels. Now your freaking family might get killed, your child might get killed. So much risk, all because of anger. Trust me, you need to have control of your anger. The most simplest shit that could destroy your life can absolutely come just from anger alone. That emotion, there's just something about that emotion that's just so fucked up. You need to have control over it, right? And with that being said, peace.